Hi, and thanks for watching the News Bunker. I'm Andy Waits. It is Thursday, January 8th, 2009. The Pentagon says no Purple Heart for victims of post-traumatic stress disorder. The qualifications say you have to have a physical injury, not just a mental one. Maybe it's time for a new award, the Purple Brain. Hackers are spamming email with a fake news report that contains a Trojan. The email has a link to a video that looks like it's from a legitimate news site, but when you click on the video, it prompts you to download the file adobe_flash9exe. That's not the latest Flash player, it's malware that steals your passwords. Thanks to viewer MT Tomb for warning us about that. There's a link to the Snopes piece in the video description. The next version of Windows, Windows 7, will be available as a free download by this weekend. Well, that's the beta version of Windows 7. If you trust free beta operating systems, download it from Microsoft. Good luck with that. Some psychopath tried to open the door of a plane that was about to land in Los Angeles. He pushed down a male flight attendant who shouted for help as the psycho went for the door at the back of the plane. About a half dozen passengers rushed the guy. The crazy guy shouted, "He has a bomb!" but the passengers quickly subdued him. Oh, wait a second. The legal part. Allegedly. Now look at newspapers from around the world and across America. First, the New York Times. Israeli soldiers just hanging out, ready to drink the blood of innocent Arabs at a moment's notice. You know, I shouldn't kid like that. That's actually what Palestinians teach their kids. And China is losing a taste for debt from the U.S. They own a lot of our $10 trillion national debt, and if they back out, the national credit rating tanks and our interest rates skyrocket. So brace yourselves. In the L.A. Times, wow, look at the power. Past, present, and future. I predict the next time all five of these guys are together, it will be at one of their funerals. Then Gaza, through two lenses. There's the Arab media gauzy image of Hamas leaders interrupted in their pursuit of butterflies. And on the Israeli media, they're focused on something as insignificant as the reason they're in Gaza, rocket attacks. I found a newspaper in Youngstown, Ohio called The Vindicator. Gotta be hard-hitting, sharp-edged reporting, right? So what's the big story? Cute little girls eating ice cream. Do I smell a Pulitzer? Technology helped nab a kidnapper. Massachusetts police were tracking a woman who took her 9-year-old granddaughter. They used the granddaughter's phone to triangulate her position to Virginia, to within just a few hundred yards with GPS. Then police back in Massachusetts used Google Street View to look around the intersection. They found a nearby motel, used Google Earth to pinpoint the location, contacted the local authorities, and bam, they got grandma red-handed. Oops, gotta go. The black helicopters are in my sector. I don't want them to find out where the news bunker is. Now, some comments on your comments. Maritza Weaver writes, "Yes, Andy, what happened today? I was waiting to watch the news." Well, you know, it's a good point, but let me explain what happens here. I start looking at news stories about 7 o'clock in the morning, finish writing them about 11 o'clock, shoot for half an hour or so, have a little lunch. After that, it's 6 hours of grueling editing. Takes a lot of work to make this whole thing look so effortless. Then it's about 2 hours of rendering and encoding, another hour and 15 or so for uploading, and it takes that long because I make it available in HD. If you click on the Watch in HD link at the lower right of the individual video pages, you'll be stunned by the difference. It's better than TV. Anyway, I try to pick stories that are interesting and aren't going to be too outdated by the time you see them. It is a long day, but thank you for watching, and thanks for sending other people links to the News Bunker. And finally, the Pearl of Wisdom. Elvis Presley was born on this date in 1935. He would have been 73 if he hadn't died back in 1977. Elvis had a rocket ride of a career, but there was one thing he knew for sure, that he had been blessed. Elvis said, "The Lord can give, and the Lord can take away. I might be herding sheep next year." Don't you wish he was herding sheep? Well, that's it for the News Bunker. There's more news tomorrow. Comment on whatever strikes your fancy, and I hope that if your fancy gets struck, it isn't bruised. I'm not insured for that. Clicking on the yellow subscribe button will send little tingles up my spine. I am insured for that. Check back in Monday through Friday for more reports from the News Bunker. I'm Andy Waits. Hey, thanks for watching.